It's no fun being passed over for a job, always missing out on that extra overtime that would be so great to have, or even being let go of your job for no fault of your own. Believe it or not, this is what happens when you work for the FBI. Friends, brothers, and in-laws. We all know we would all like to have a perfect job with great benefits, excellent pay, or even getting picked for that promotion you work so hard for. Joining a union may not help your job be a perfect one, but it'll make it the most of it. I have worked both union and non-union jobs. The purpose of my speech is to persuade everyone to join a union or to start a union in their workplace. Unions have been frowned upon for many years. However, union jobs have many benefits. Joining a trade union is beneficial because it provides members with opportunity of collective bargaining. It protects workers in various harassment issues and unfair treatment from management. Also, the union will represent you in legal matters pertaining to job performance. In the 19th century, unions began to be formed in the United States as the country became industrialized. The organization of segments of working class became into existence mainly to establish collective bargaining where they would have voice in their treatment as to compensation and working conditions. Industries in those early days were dangerous and the pay was low, causing employees to form assemblies among their own square-offs with the wealthy employer, with the view of safer workplace and livable wages. According to BLS.gov, most of today's union force is in education, public safety, libraries, and transportation. The local government has the most of the union members. In turn equals higher pay, better benefits, and health care. This also means that there is someone to help with employer problems and to negotiate contracts for workers. There are a lot of benefits to being in a union. There are different unions in every state. They are grouped together in sectors. There are more full-time workers in a union than part-time. According to the businessdictionary.com, unions regulate between the employers and the worker. There is a good amount of benefits for being in a union. Collective bargaining allows vacation, holidays, and health benefits, which are good for employees. It also helps with the conditions of the workplace. According to the American Progression Action.org, the union gives workers the sense of belonging and there is a strength in numbers. This is why unions work well. They give a reassuring stability with the economy, and even good economy, there is still a lot of good with being in the union. They help with giving workers pensions. They look out for their members in instances of mistreatment by the employers. Unions get rewarded for higher wages and benefits, and when your insurance goes up, the wages also go up. Workers making more money helps the economy. Therefore, the benefits to starting a union or being organized are varied. According to the NPR.org, there are exceptional benefits to starting a union. This rings true especially in cases of mistreatment on the job. The union is there to negotiate with management for raises in pay that workers deserve. Often when the expected raise isn't forthcoming, but it's noted that the boss gave one to his friend, the worker can refer matters to the union. Union fights discrimination in all its forms. Without unions, employers can take advantage of the employees. According to eHow.com, unions can limit the diversity of the workforce. It keeps employers from dismissing an employee from working for no apparent reason. The union has gotten employees higher pay, bonuses, and in turn helps an employee with cost of living increases. Union can help with giving you money when you're on strike. Strikes happen when employer and the workers do not agree on terms set in front of them. Each one has to come to an agreement. Union workers of other crafts not on strike will not cross strikers' picket lines. When an agreement is finally reached, everyone gets to go back to work. According to thinkingprogress.org, unions provide regular work week of 40 hours. They afford good pay and equal income so that there is standard salary for certain trades. It took the union to put in place the Child Labor Act. This gets the children that are under 14 out of workplace and back into school. Unions have also made employers offer health care, insurance, as well as Family Medical Leave Act, which is good for people that don't abuse it. It is very good to have this if an employee or his spouse or children have medical conditions. Unions are empowered to represent covered employees in legal matters. Such matters arise when there is a conflict in alleged discrimination or illegal practices which may be against federal or state laws. Unions usually retain their own law firms, enabling them to be on more of an equal footing with their employee. The purpose of my speech has been to persuade everyone to join a union. As you all can see, joining a union has benefits that will back you up in all areas of your job. I have had both union and non-union jobs, and I can say that the union is the best thing I have ever been involved with. I think about everything I have to you today about joining a union, and ask yourself if you have a boss that will back you up, if you are ever in a situation that you can feel you've been discriminated against. Finally, know that you will always have backup with a trade union, and you can feel better about not being taken advantage of by the FBI, your friends, brothers, and in-laws.